What's up, guys? You're watching Boxing Legacies, and in this video I want to talk a little bit about Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz. First off, I want to apologise to the few subscribers that I have, and any people watching this video. I've had a small family bereavement over the past few weeks, so I've been out of action in regards to the boxing. So I want to try and catch up a bit over the next few days. So I've got a lot more videos on the way. So let's get into it. Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz. To be honest, I didn't see it coming. I haven't really made many videos in regards to Anthony Joshua over the last few weeks after the Miller cancellation. A few things I'd like to talk about in regards to Ruiz is quite a lot of people were sort of kind of writing him off already, I suppose. People look at him aesthetically and think, this, slightly overweight guy doesn't look good on the scales and such. But people forget that he's had one loss in his career. It was for I think it was a WBO vacant belt. Joseph Parker beat him, and that was quite a bitter pill to swallow, so to speak. But Anthony Joshua is a completely different kettle of fish, in my opinion. Ruiz he fought about 2 weeks ago. He won. He fought Johnson and he won. So he hasn't really. It's not like he's been inactive, but the gaps between, obviously, the Parker fight, I think there was about a year or so gap. So in the past sort of, say, 3 years, he's had 2 fights, which is, it's not far off what he should be doing, but I'd like to have seen him fight a bit more. But Anthony Joshua is a completely different beast, in my opinion, to what he's currently faced. He got beaten by Joseph Parker. Obviously, Anthony Joshua beat Joseph Parker, albeit on points. I personally feel Joshua could have won a lot more convincingly than he did against Parker, but I think Anthony Joshua was trying to prove a point that he could actually box instead of just slugging out and knocking everybody out like he's been doing. So I think that is the reason for the Joseph Parker fight and why it went down the way it did. In regards to Ruiz and Parker, I just thought Ruiz just didn't quite have enough, in my opinion. But coming in against Anthony Joshua, I think it's going to be very one-sided. I don't want to write anybody off straight away. I always root for the underdog, but quite a lot of cases, especially in cases like this, in regards to Anthony Joshua, you never know what he's going to do on the night. He could come out there and it could be a hard-fought battle, kind of like Povetkin. Povetkin did quite well against Joshua, to be honest, in his early rounds. It may be a kind of scenario like that where Anthony Joshua takes his time, but he may just come out and want to prove a point in America and just get this guy out there as fast as possible. Hopefully not. I'd like to watch Joshua fight. I'd like to see what he does. I would like to see him sort of come out and take his time, make more of a fight of it, but obviously you can't tell the guy that. But no, it's not my number one pick of fights. So I would have ideally liked to have seen Ortiz, Joshua, but obviously anybody that knows anything about boxing, you've probably heard Eddie Hearn talking about all the scandal that went on with Ortiz and his team, with the $6 million offer and then the $7 million offer, and then the following day Ortiz's team putting out statements on Instagram saying that they were lowball offers and such, and Eddie Hearn exposing them, and it's a bit of to and fro in between the camps. And if you want my opinion, if you're earning 6 times more to fight Anthony Joshua than you did to fight Wilder, then what is the big deal? Or do you not want anybody to see you lose? And then you got somebody like Andy Ruiz, who he genuinely thinks he can win, and all credit to him. He isn't afraid to fight, he isn't afraid to slug out, he's got reasonably fast hands. So yeah, he will make a good fight of it, and I really hope he does well. Obviously, I'm an Englishman. I am rooting for Anthony Joshua, but I would like to see Andy Ruiz have some form of success. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Do you think Andy Ruiz is aesthetically pleasing to look at as a boxer? And do you think it's the right matchup? Quite a lot of people are saying that they didn't want to see it, but people who know boxing will understand why the fight has been chosen, I think. But it's people that don't follow boxing, day in, day out, that look at these two guys and think they are so mismatched just because of the way they look. And I think that's the wrong thing to do. I mean, you got people like, years ago, you got people like Butterbean. He was a very big guy, but he won a lot of fights. So it doesn't, just because of the way you look, does not mean you can't handle yourself in the ring. Anyway guys, let me know what you think, and apologies for the late videos, and I will be getting back on top and getting back to business. So please like and subscribe and share as much as you can, and I'll see you on the next video.